Now's the time to go racing.
In the paddock, in the qualifying positions we were in, it was a very, very large field. I think I qualified 34th, and we moved out of the paddock in single file and then are separated into left and right according to our qualification number. Okay, I'm pulling out now, and you can see we pull out actually onto turn 2 of the curve, the high bank curve of the track, and are ready then to take our qualification position. I'll be on the right. Now we're beginning to get into position because by the time we get to the start of the oval, we must be in position, and the pace car leaves the track, and now the leading car sets the pace. That's generally around 40 miles an hour, and we're all waiting for the green flag to drop at the start of the race, and it's bedlam, mass chaos, and with such a big field, and I'm in the middle of it, I have more power than the cars around me, but if you have a blockade in front of you, more power is more a liability than an asset. Okay. The green flag is dropped. I'm passing cars, but there certainly is a limitation on what channel I have to pass those cars. We're at turn 2 now on the track, and going about in this first pass, probably about 110 miles an hour here. We will accelerate further to about 120, and then begin to brake for the hard left turn down to 30 miles an hour or less for the hard left turn here at turn 3, and the hard right turn at turn 4. Accelerate into third gear at in turn 5, which is the sweeper. A little bit tricky, and lots of times the cars spin out on this turn. At the early time of the race, it seems everybody is quite coherent. I'm going to move in on the inside because I have the power to pass and hit the chicane in a good position. Turn in slightly so that I'm not passed on the inside. Accelerate hard out of this turn and head for the chicane with the barrel. Then a long straight where I generally can make up speed and position and brake as late as possible for the right turn that occurs here. This lighter Porsche Boxster with high horsepower has an advantage on me, about over 1,000 pounds. So he will be able to turn better than me, but I generally cannot accelerate him. When we get on to the high bank oval, which we're just about to do now, this is turn 1 here, and I'm accelerating third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and back to fourth gear. Actually back to fourth gear because it puts me in a higher power range of the engine. I keep the throttle down, never back off at all, and exit that turn at about 145 miles an hour. Now it's a short straight once again, brake down to 30 miles an hour, make the left turn hard at 3, the right turn hard at 4, and there's that Boxster again because he was able to outbrake me with his lighter capacity and bigger brakes. The sweeper at I can't remember the name of the number, but you're getting the idea that this is a 20-turn circuit with lots of lefts and rights, no change of elevation, but lots of braking, lots of accelerating, and lots of position. Position is key. If you're in the wrong position, you're going to be passed. If you're in the wrong position, you can't pass. So here we go down the straight. Once again, through the barrel chicane, and hard, I can accelerate here and make up ground, and then brake as late as possible and go through the turns at the end of that straight, one right after the other, almost a chicane. I'm going to back off and just let you watch for a minute now. I always have trouble in this section of the course. For some reason, I lose a little ground, and I have to make it up with my power as I get on the high banked oval at turn 2, or turn 1, and then turn 2. I'm able to make it up, but because of the weight advantage of my competition, they can outbrake me, and it becomes a pretty even contest. I started this race in position 34, and I passed many cars, but near the end, they got the rhythm, and I got a little tired, and many of them were stacking up behind me because they could out-corner me, and I let many of them by. So I ended up finishing the race in 32 position, which, you know, is not being skunked, but it's not typical. Generally, I start and finish in the top 10.